Yeah, we were pushing pretty hard this year. I really wanted to beat Steve and get that #1 plate and get a win, and didn't do that. Didn't even get a pole position, so struggled a bit in Canada here. But we knew at the opening rounds at Shannonville, St. Eustache, and Shuby, those are all really bumpy, rough Canadian tracks where we knew once we got to Mont Tremblant and here at a Mosport that fast flow is kind of the way I ride, nice and smooth, and these tracks really help you when you ride that way. So we knew we would be on pace here and we'd be able to give him a run for his money. But like I said, it's crashing's part of the deal, and I had an unlucky one. I made a mistake and then cartwheeled across the track and thought I was safe, and then a guy ran me over, and that's that. That was the end of the season pretty much right there.
I think you're always trying to ride within your limits, and sometimes there's not a lot of margin for error. And when things happen like cold tires, or Don had a problem, I think, with the weather changed. He didn't have experience at Tremblant where he was at the far end of the track. It rained there. It didn't rain on the front straight. That's the greatest thing about the sport. You can still enjoy the challenge of learning something at every event. This event, it's more to do with me. I know the bike is capable of winning the race. If we put one of the other guys on it. My challenge this weekend is to be comfortable given the physical situation. That 2 weeks ago I broke my femur. I'm not taking any pain meds. I got ice to get me through this, and we're still doing pretty good. So I'm learning this weekend. The biggest thing this weekend is I got to be stronger on Monday than I was on Thursday. And in order to be that guy, I got to ride careful tomorrow as well as fast.
Any race series, when you're running a national race series, there's always those little things that seem to catch out, and we had pretty much a trouble-free series this year. Had a little issue out in the East Coast, my home race, where I actually had a failure of an aftermarket component that caused the foot peg assembly to break off my motorcycle as I was in a practice session. I unfortunately ran over my foot and my leg, so I ended up spending the night in the hospital. Got released the next day and was able to put it on the front row next to Steve Crevier, and had my best result of the season out of my home track, and was really happy with the way the weekend went. While injured, yeah, it drawed on me a little bit, but I was able to qualify the factory Dealey's team for the first time this year, so I was really happy to do that. But it's good to see everybody's on the mend and everybody's up racing, and away we go.
You know what, honestly, I can get away with what I'm doing. I barely slip a wheel. I wobble, I flex, and but I'm really comfortable, and I'm been pretty confident. So I hope I'm not jinxed, and I hope I don't tip it over today.